Well, wonderful. I think we can go ahead and get started and get things going. But ahoy and good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight to learn all things Virgin Voyages. I know with this weather we're experiencing, I am dreaming of being on that hammock in the Caribbean with some warm weather. My name is Angela, and I am joined with Megan and Jace from the sales team, and we're going to talk to you tonight about all things Virgin Voyages. Now, if you do have any questions, you will see a Q&A box at the bottom middle of your screen. So please pop in those questions. And we've got Sean and Rosalind from our team, ready at the keyboard to answer all of your questions. But of course, if you do have any questions pertaining to pricing or, getting yourself booked on that amazing epic getaway, we want you to reach out to your amazing travel advisor who you invited here this evening. They will give you all the deets and everything that you need to know to get booked. So we're going to go ahead and dive in and give you a little taste of what you'll experience and some things that you won't see when you set sail the Virgin Way.
Virgin Voyages says we can't cruise till we're 18, which makes us shake like we've had caffeine. Virgin Voyages says no kids on the ocean, so we're causing a commotion.
Adults, enjoy the cruise. We know you deserve it, but the fact we can't go is total bull.
And she did say ship with a P. So we are Sir Richard Branson's exclusively adult cruise line. And, we do things a little bit differently like all of Richard Branson's companies, but truly in the best of ways. So the experience on board is like the glamour of one of those boutique hotels on the ocean, blended with that unmistakable Virgin style and service that all of the Virgin companies are known for. And Richard always wanted to start a cruise line starting when he was very young. But fun fact, he actually didn't cruise on a cruise ship until we started sailing a few years ago. He thought having something for under 30-year-olds would be pretty fun. And then as he started to get a little bit older, that number started to incrementally get a little bit higher. And we're really an experience for anyone who is young at heart and at least 18 and who just enjoys life. There really is a little bit of something for everyone on board our ships. And because of that, that is why we are the world's #1 cruise line. Since we started sailing back in 2021, we've won over 200 incredible awards from industry experts like your amazing travel advisor, your first mate, as well as sailors who have voyaged with us and had the best vacation of their lives. So we had a clean sweep of Cruise Critics Cruisers Choice Awards a few years ago. Most recently, the Travel and Leisure's World's Best Awards. We won the #1 cruise line for the third year in a row and actually had the highest score ever in the award's 30-year history. So that is saying that our sailors love us. Condé Nast, we've won the #1 large cruise ship the past 2 years in a row. And what this is saying is the experience that we have on board, the impeccable service from our dedicated crew, extraordinary dining crafted by Michelin star chefs, cutting edge entertainment, and incredible value for money. These are things that stand out to our sailors who have voyaged with us, and we know that you'll love these too. So I know we all already covered this already, but we are 100% kid free. So you're not going to find any kid zones or splash pads, just sophisticated spaces for grown-ups to unwind, connect, and indulge. You're going to find bars and our main eateries, amazing elevated entertainment, those beautiful hammocks on our balconies, longer stays and overnights in many of our ports, and the list goes on. The entire experience on board is created for you. And there are a lot of fun moments and a lot of fun to be had on board, as well as spaces to relax without kids running around or those splash pads. So whether you are a couple looking for that romantic getaway, maybe you're wanting to sail with your adult kids or your adult grandkids in a different environment and connect with them on a different level, groups of friends, family, neighbors, solo sailors, there is a little bit of something for all of you on our ships. Basically, if you're somebody and you're looking just to get away without kids, even if you typically book all inclusives or land vacations, we are the place to be because the entire experience that you're going to have on board is designed for you. Now, our ships are boutique size, which means we're not too large, We're not too small. We are truly the perfect mid-size ship. So we have all the activities, events, entertainment, live music, happenings that you'd expect on those larger ships. So there's always something to do, but just without that overall feeling of mass, crowds, or long lines. The way that our ship's designed, we have a lot of different spaces on board. And plus, we don't have kids' clubs or any of those other spaces dedicated for kids. So there's more space for you to enjoy on board, even when we're at our fullest. We have four beautiful lady ships, all built brand new for Virgin Voyages. And while they do have the same deck plans, they each have their own personalities. So, if you are sailing with us, again and again, which many of our sailors do, you will feel right at home on each of our ships, but you will have some different experiences on each of them. But what all of our ships have, it doesn't matter what cabin you're booked in, what voyage that you're booked on, you're always going to enjoy our all in voyage pricing, which is over $1,000 in value that you get on us that you're typically having to pay on top of the voyage fare with some of your other vacation options. That's going to be your Wi Fi, so you can stay as connected or disconnected as you'd like. All of our eateries, including specialty restaurants, that's typically where you choose to dine in the evening. No upcharge to eat at any of our amazing eateries on board. Group fitness classes. If you're that person that you love to get in a great workout while you're on vacation, we have you covered. So, everything from meditation, yoga, HIIT classes, spin classes, Zumba, or my personal favorite, an 80s inspired workout full of Jane Fonda and Richard Simmons jokes and a shake weight. Those are all included. Our entertainment, as well as essential drinks. So, filtered still and sparkling water, sodas, non pressed juices, basic teas, and drip coffee. And last month, we introduced a new concept to Virgin Voyages that our sailors love because we know all of you want to travel differently. So we have made it easier for you to choose how you're going to book your voyage through our Voyage Fair Choice tiers when you're booking into our balcony cabins and below. And it's all about finding what fits your vibe and how you like to plan. So most of our sailors love the essential tier where it really has value meets that flexibility. You're still getting a great rate, but you do have a little bit more breathing room when your plans shift. And then we have premium, which our sailors love. If you are somebody that you love to have it all, maximum flexibility, the best perks, and total peace of mind, our premium tier is for you. So if you do have questions, about what tier might be best for you, this is where your amazing travel advisor, your first mate, who invited you here this evening, will come into play. Now, we know that one thing that can make or break a vacation is going to be the food. When you're on vacation, you want to have amazing food. And so we've really made it our mission to deliver the best food at sea. And while I might be a little bit biased, we hear this time and time again from our sailors and first mates. The reason is we've actually partnered with Michelin star chefs and top restaurateurs who've created genuinely delicious menus using only the best and freshest of ingredients. In fact, all of our food is fresh, made to order, and it makes such a difference. You can taste the difference. It's not sitting out under heat lamps all day or being mass produced, but we can accommodate a lot of dietary preferences and restrictions because we are making your food fresh to order. We have over 20 eateries, including our 6 specialty restaurants. So there is a lot of great, delicious food to choose from our wakes, upscale steakhouse vibes to Gangbei's rowdy Korean barbecue. It's a really fun social experience. We've got Pink Agave's upscale Mexican cuisine to our test kitchen's molecular magic. We have so many different eateries that you can choose from. We've got our 6 specialty restaurants, and then we have a lot of other quick style eateries. The pizza place, you've got pizza made fresh to order. You can include truffle oil, that is on us. We've got the galley, which is our food hall experience. So there are a lot of choices that you can choose from that you can order directly from our crew or walk up and order from the different stalls. One thing that is guaranteed is when you set sail with us, you will never be far out of reach from some really delicious food and you will never go hungry on board. Now, questions that you might have now that we covered the essential drinks and the food is what about those premium drinks? Alcohol, mocktails, smoothies, specialty coffee. We do things very differently than the traditional cruise line in many ways, and our premium drinks are one of those things. So we don't have that traditional drink package that a lot of people have pain points with. It's expensive. You know, you have to buy it for every day of your cruise. And if you're sailing with somebody that is not a big drinker, or maybe you're not a big drinker yourself, you still have to buy that if your cabin mate wants the drink package. So we learned that our sailors want those high quality beers, wines, and cocktails at just a fair and reasonable street price. So if you are a beer drinker, you can get a Heineken for about $7 or $8 a bottle. Basic cocktails like a vodka soda start at $11 a drink. And then our about 42% of our wines are under $12 a glass, and that is inclusive of tip. So our answer to that traditional drink package is something that we call bar tab, and you can think of this as onboard credit for your drinks. So this really gives you the flexibility to use it how you want to use it. Obviously, alcohol can be used on alcohol, mocktails, smoothies, um, cold pressed juices, specialty coffee, any beverage that has a cost at our restaurants and bars on board or at our beach club at Bimini. Now, if you're in the same cabin with somebody, you each don't have to purchase one, but you can link your folio. So if you are wanting to maximize the bonus that you get when you purchase Bar Tab, that's what a lot of people are doing. And you can use Bar Tab to buy other people drinks. Now, the benefit of purchasing it ahead of your voyage is we throw in extra free money on us just by pre-purchasing it. So if you know that you're going to enjoy those specialty or those premium drinks, you definitely want to talk to your first mate about purchasing some of that bar tab and get some free drinks on us. Uh, Another part of the experience that our sailors love and that we do a little bit differently too is our entertainment. So all of our entertainment was created by our amazing creative collective of writers, directors, producers, and choreographer. Everything is original to Virgin Voyages. So can't catch our shows on any other ships or on land. Though we do have one show that was so amazing, our Cirque du Soleil acrobatics, that has been brought to land. But we have a festival like lineup of shows, happenings, and events, all of which do vary ship by ship. We've got larger scale shows in the evening that take place in our theater spaces. Everything from Cirque du Soleil acrobatics, theatrical productions, music, variety shows, our supper club, comedy, and really the list goes on. There's a little bit of something for everyone, and our shows are just amazing. We do have live music, of course, and a lot of other activities throughout the day and evening. So, unlike the other cruise lines, we don't have a cruise director. Instead, we have our amazing happenings cast, which is 12 different personas who each have their specialty. So, they're hosting a lot of the activities that you get to participate in on board. And, we might have some things that are centered around art, food, magic, games, music, and more. So there's always something to do, and you really have the opportunity to interact with our happenings cast. They are so much fun, and really have all these really fun and unique experiences that kind of make you feel like you're a kid again. It brings back that really fun excitement. About being a kid and having these new fun experiences. We also do have themed nights on board. So we have themed parties on all of our ships. Those do vary from ship to ship, but our iconic night is going to be Scarlet Night. And this is one that you do not want to miss out on. Even if you're somebody that doesn't normally stay up late, this is something that's celebrated on every sailing and is just epic. It is our biggest party on board when our entire ship and our sailors get dressed in red. So I'm not going to spill the tea on exactly the whole story around Scarlet Night because that's for you to discover on board. But the whole night really surrounds the mystery. The fabled love between the mysterious goddess of the sea and the sailor who won her heart. So, throughout the evening, you're going to enjoy a menagerie of epic delights and experiences from pop up circus performances, some really epic karaoke, uh, other myth telling, and really celebrating a love that washed the world scarlet, which culminates into this amazing drenched in red pool and dance party. And one insider tip is if you are somebody that is spontaneous or you might be spontaneous on vacation, pack two Scarlet Night outfits because you do have the opportunity, only if you want, to hop in the pool. And we do see a lot of our sailors love to do that. So nice to have something dry and red to change into. Now I'm going to hand this over to Jace, who's going to talk about balance and bringing that into your vacation.
That's a great tip, Angela. The two Scarlet Knight outfits. I wish I would have known that. Rookie mistake. My first sailing on Valiant Lady a few months back. Your girl only brought one. So great, great advice. But thank you all so much for joining. My name is Jace, and I'm going to talk a little bit about balancing out your holiday, your vacation with our wellness. But what's considered wellness, of course, that is open to your interpretation. It is your vacation. You can do wellness your way. For some, it might be hitting the B complex and having a full free weight workout using the machines, using the weights, using the fitness rooms where they have instructor-led classes like Pilates and bar. Or your wellness might be crawling to the redemption spa into the thermal suite and sweating out some of that fun you had at Scarlet Night. It is totally up to you. We do not judge. There's nothing wrong with a little detox just to retox. But our wellness has a little bit of something for everybody, of course. So like I mentioned, our B complex serves as your full service gym at sea with all the weights and machines that you could need. Redemption Spa is my favorite. Of course, complete with different massages and facials and your not so typical spa experience with our gorgeous thermal suite. They all have those porthole views where you're able to enjoy the sea as you're sailing, which is really, really nice. Sauna, steam room, clay room, jacuzzis, cold plunge. It's a full experience. My favorite place to be. We also have our perch, which serves as a great area for yoga, breath work, meditation throughout the sailing, and the runway, which serves as a full track for the runners out there. And if you're not a runner like myself, you may go up there just to get some fresh air, go for a walk, or take a picture with that epic Virgin sign on the side of the ship. And let's talk into the rooms because this is where you're going to be your little home away from home. This is where you can get cozy. Our rooms are, of course, adult by design, much like the rest of the Virgin experience, and boutique style cabins. And these feature, of course, mood lighting, which really fun. On your tablet, you're able to select different moods from let's get it on, getting hyped up, getting ready, hangover, zen. There's all kinds of different feels for that mood lighting, which is awesome. All rooms feature gorgeous, roomy rain showers, large flat screen TVs, and most of them are sea view. So 93% of our cabins and cabin categories have gorgeous sea views, and of course, that iconic red hammock. If you know, you know. That little red blanket there on the bed, too, this is a nice tip. If you take that out there with you on the hammock, it serves for a great nap spot. And 86% of the rooms have a sea terrace with those hammocks, so lots to choose from. So starting with our sea view cabin, this is exactly what it sounds. You're going to have a gorgeous sea view through that porthole there for your sailing days. Max capacity of 3 sailors per room. We have our inside cabin. So these are, again, just as it sounds, on the inside. So there's no sea view, but there's plenty of room to get comfortable and enjoy your sailing. This is a max capacity of 3 sailors as well. And then we have our solo sea view. So just like the Insider, but for one, it's great to have those solo traveler options for the travelers that want to experience it on their own. Perfect, yes. And then our Rockstar quarters. So these are for you sailors that want to do it all. You want the best of the best. We have some gorgeous suites for you, all with very adorable and cheeky names. And these suites are not only beautiful, spacious, but they have some extra amenities as well. So our Rockstar quarters are going to have Rockstar agents that come with them. So are basically your go-to guy, your concierge to help you with anything that you may need. You're also going to have access to early booking for different experiences, dining, and priority access as well, which is just a nice little perk for you to use. A curated in-room bar, which is amazing to have that at your disposal. You really feel like a rock star. And some amenities on board and on land as well. So the one that I love the most on board is Richard's Rooftop. So this is an exclusive oasis, just as it sounds, rooftop bar, jacuzzi, sunbeds, and my favorite feature, a complimentary cocktail hour before dinner where you can enjoy top shelf cocktails and Moet before dinner. And I am going to pass it on to Megan to tell you where these beautiful ships and these beautiful cabins can take you.
Yes, we are sailing to some amazing destinations around the world on voyages that go from 4 to 16 nights. So we are very excited about where we are sailing. And chances are, if you have a destination in mind, we have a ship that is going to be embarking there, or porting there, I guess I should say. So lots of amazing destinations for you guys to experience. Let's start with our Caribbean because we have so much opportunity in the Caribbean this winter. I am someone who loves a December Caribbean getaway. My new thing the last several years has been taking a week-long vacation in the Caribbean the week before Christmas. And let me tell you, the Caribbean during the wintertime is an absolute dream. So we've got 4 ships in the Caribbean, both between Miami and San Juan, Puerto Rico. Doing amazing itineraries, going to some really incredible destinations such as Cartagena in Colombia, hitting the Southern Caribbean, going to places like St. Martin, St. Vincent, Dominica. We're really among the first to be in that port. And then a lot of our itineraries out of Miami in particular are going to feature an amazing stop at our private beach club in Bimini in the Bahamas. Bimini is a great little island in the Bahamas, and when we port there, we are the only ship in port. So you really have that island all to yourself, which is really, really nice. We do a lot of great shore excursions in Bimini, from kind of more historical opportunities to really allowing people to take advantage of the beach club that you see there. We've got the water at your fingertips, some great pools, great food, all kinds of amazing things in Bimini. But that's not all. That's not all. Where we're sailing is not just the Caribbean. We've got some really amazing destinations in Europe. We are sailing in the Med out of Barcelona and Athens. We have incredible value, I think, at the end of the day. We are doing over 50 different itineraries, lots of great things to do and explore and experience when we are sailing in the Med. Our Greek Isles itineraries tend to be some of our most popular, but I really love the ones that are going out of Barcelona. And it really gives you a great opportunity to knock a lot of amazing destinations off of your bucket list when you sail with us in Europe. We do have our itineraries available through 2027. So if you are someone who's a super planner, we've got itineraries for you into 27. And if you're looking for your European vacation next year, we do have amazing opportunities in 2026 as well. We're sailing to North America, or sailing in North America, I guess you could say. We launched our 4th ship, Brilliant Lady, earlier this year in September, going out of New York City. But we are also sailing her out of Miami, and we're doing some other amazing destinations right here in our own backyard. So we're actually going to be bringing her to the West Coast. We are very excited about it. She's going to be sailing in Alaska as well as Southern California and into the Mexican Riviera. But let's start with Alaska real quick. We have amazing itineraries that run anywhere from 7 to 12 nights, over 250 different things to do in port, which we're very excited about. We're going to be one of the only adults only experiences in Alaska in both 2026 and 2027. So you really cannot go wrong and do Alaska the Virgin Way. We're giving you some iconic destinations such as Juneau, where we are giving you a late night stay from noon until about 8 p.m. When we port in Victoria, we are going to be staying there for the full day. So you get to really experience how beautiful Victoria is. And we're hitting up a lot of the different highlights as well. So let's talk about a few different itineraries that we have for you. Amazing ports on these itineraries. We are going into Prince Rupert. We are going into Juneau. We are going into Sitka, which I always which I always wanted to visit because of the movie The Proposal with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds. So I'm excited that we're sailing there. We are passing through Tracy Arm Fjord. We are passing by the Hubbard Glacier. We are going into Icy Strait Point. We are going into Haines. So you definitely get a mix of lots of different ports when we are sailing in Alaska next year. Incredible scenery with some of these amazing glaciers when you are sailing through Tracy Arm Fjord, when you are passing the Hubbard Glacier and thinking that you are in Game of Thrones with the White Wall. So lots of amazing things for you to see when you are setting sail the Virgin Way in Alaska. Let's go on to that next slide. So amazing ways to experience, and it's truly a Virgin Voyages experience in Alaska. So we're giving you lots of really cool shore excursions, both from a culinary perspective. You can see there that top right one, Alaska Crab Tasting Adventure, a culinary experience. I love the cultural opportunities that we offer for our excursions, and I think food is such a great way to experience destinations. We are doing some incredible things in the Yukon. We are doing some great sightseeing sightseeing experiences, dog sledding, for example, zip lining, lots of really cool ways to experience Alaska and really have those once in a lifetime experiences that can only be done through the lens of Virgin Voyages, if you ask me. So lots of amazing places to go. We have this great itinerary, which is actually happening next year in 2026. We'll be in Alaska from about mid-May through the beginning of September, which we're very excited about. We are running the 7-night Alaskan Glacier Blues and Coastal Views itinerary the most often. So this is going to be round trip Seattle. You're cruising through the Inside Passage, going into Ketchikan, you're going into Sitka, cruising through Tracy Arm Fjord, and you get that day in Prince Rupert, which is amazing. So really great itinerary. We have a lot of availability on this itinerary. So if it sounds great to you and you're looking for that Alaskan getaway in 2026, definitely make sure to talk to your first mate about that. But that's not all. We have a bunch of other itineraries as well. And so we just wanted to feature a couple different highlights for you. So that last one, and then this one, which we are actually running in 2027. So for those early birds out there, it's a great 12-night itinerary, round trip Seattle as well. So you're doing Sitka, you're cruising by the Hubbard Glacier, you're going into Skagway, so really kind of get a taste of the Yukon, the gold rush history and experience there. You're going into Juneau, you're going into Icy Strait Point, and you're doing a full day in Victoria. And if you see all of those little crescent moons there on that itinerary, that means that we are staying in those ports longer than what you would typically get on these itineraries. Another thing we've done with Alaska is we're leaving on a Thursday to really try to make sure that we can maximize ports and have minimum crowds. So we really are trying to give you a fantastic experience, not only in destination, but also do it in the way that only Virgin Voyages can. But we have amazing itineraries. I'm not going to go into this one in that great a detail, but lots of different opportunities in 2026 and 2027. So please definitely make sure that you reach out to your travel advisor and first mate, and they will definitely be able to get you booked. Go ahead and go to that next slide, please. We're also doing some amazing destinations and experiences with our transatlantic and repositioning voyages. So if you're someone who has been a cruiser for a long time and you're like, you know what, I love a good sea day, our transatlantic itineraries might be the one for you because you've got 8 sea days in a row. And typically you get to experience some really cool ports in, for example, places like Portugal and Spain and different things like that as you head on into the Med. Go ahead and go into that next one, Angela. Thank you. And if you are someone who is like, oh, this sounds so incredible, I'm so excited about this, I want to get a group together with my family or my friends, or maybe you're planning a wedding and you think we're a great option for a bachelor or bachelorette party, definitely chat with your travel advisor and first mate, and they will be able to work with you on getting a group together so that everybody can really have a ton of fun setting sail the Virgin way. So we're very excited about that. We have some incredible offers for you as well. The current offer that we are currently running is our Black Friday preview sale, where we are giving you 80% off the second sailor and up to $400 in free drinks. Who doesn't love free? So I think it's a really, really incredible time for you guys to book. We are running this promotion through November 20th. So you have a little over a week to take advantage of this offer. And one thing that we are doing specifically for those of you that have joined the call today, if any of you make a booking within the next 7 days with your travel advisor, we are going to enter you into a drawing to get $200 in onboard credit, which we call Sailor Loot. And that can be used to pay for free drinks. That can be used to pay for your tattoo appointment, the shops, different bookable experiences on board, the spa, things of that nature. So if you want to be entered into that drawing, definitely reach out to your first mate to get booked on one of our incredible itineraries. There are some exclusions with that, but we will definitely make sure that your first mate knows those exclusions and they'll be able to have a great conversation with you about it. But if you have any questions, please reach out to your travel advisor who invited you tonight. They are a wealth of knowledge, and we partner really well with them to get other questions answered if they cannot answer it for you. They're a great resource for pricing and helping you identify the correct itinerary. But thank you all so much for attending this evening. I'm so proud we did this in exactly 30 minutes. Thank you so much. Enjoy your evening, and we hope to see you all on board sometime soon.
Thank you all. We hope to see you soon.
Bye, everyone.